Could I, could I please invite the speakers for the next panel, or do I invite them up from the audience? Okay. The three themes on which this conference is predicated deal with stepping up in different ways. Probably one of the most important, and certainly that affects everything else, is education. And it, like our practices and our experiences in our lives, changes and has to change. We have two speakers this morning addressing this theme. The first of these is CJ Jilek, who is now not a stranger to Australia, having undertaken residencies here, but comes from the United States, well-known ceramic artist. And I would like to invite CJ to please take the platform.
Hello, and thank you for your kind invitation to have me speak today. Community ceramic programs are an opportunity to redefine the future of ceramics education. Many of us have been affected by funding cuts, which limit our curricula, our time with students, and complete elimination of our ceramic programs. Is that better in the back? Okay. With this changing landscape for ceramics education in traditional academic settings, there's an opportunity for us to create programming that fits our needs as artists, engages our public, keeps the medium current and vibrant, while inspiring our own work through community ceramic programs. I define community ceramic programs as privately owned and operated studios or nonprofit studios. The emphasis is on offering classes to the public without students having to actively be seeking a degree. I've been teaching and administrating for these types of studios since 1998. While each studio has a different focus or approach, their missions were very much the same: to create awareness for the general public while supporting professional artists within the community. A little bit of feedback. Thank you. Okay. So a couple of examples. The Clay House in North Fremantle, Western Australia. Owned and operated by Flourish-Shell, this studio provides programming for all ages and an international residency program. These images are from the first year it was open in 2013. They've recently moved to a new location in Mosman Park. But as I was the program coordinator, I was able to develop specific programming to fit the needs of the community, including a wide variety of children's classes and professional development for ceramic educators. The studio is also home to practicing professional artists, adding authenticity to the students' experiences. Currently, I'm the assistant studio director at the American Museum of Ceramic Art in Pomona, California. The museum is housed in a historic bank building, while the attached studio is located in a 1950s car dealership. Together, they comprise a full city block. Our substantial studio facility has a wide variety of equipment, immense opportunity to expand and evolve as needed. Here are a few images of our studio space. Our main studio. We have a hand building and sculpture mold making area, wheel throwing, glazing area with about 40 shop glazes. We have gas and electric kilns and salt and soda kilns outside. Amoka is a nonprofit facility similar to the privately owned studio. This facility offers programming for all ages, a resident and visiting artist program, and outreach programs for the greater Los Angeles area. This is a rare and wonderful combination of museum and studio, which provides continual inspiration for a group of 200 active working artists and students. The medium of ceramics has a strong sense of tradition, but it has to embrace the same pliability it has as a material to continue to thrive in our ever-changing artistic environment. Education of working artists and the general public is essential to its success. Community studio programs are an opportunity to engage on every level, and because these programs do not fit the mold of academic structures, they can be diverse as needed to benefit all involved. An engaged community is a supportive community. Through programming and working collaboratively with museums, city programs, local school districts, studios have the ability to build a reputation and a profile. An example, these images show a project that I led while I was the instructor for the Santa Barbara Museum of Art's ceramics program. The children of Roosevelt Elementary School had been going to school for 10 years in temporary trailers. When they needed to be condemned due to mold, they finally got their act together and built the new school. But at this point, they wanted the children to actually feel a part of the new school. So we developed a program where we went in and we saw the children 3 times. Once to do a project that explored identity. The second time to build a ceramic tile that had the identity of each child on each tile. And the third was for them to glaze their tile. After which these tiles were installed on the exterior of the building outside of their classrooms. The outcome was inspiring on so many levels. The kids had an opportunity to work with clay during the school year. The school has an architectural element that makes it more welcoming to new children. The museum education programs had greater attendance. Other schools were then approaching us to work with their student body. And the city was able to support the arts. A fine example of engaging community to build a profile and create an appreciation for the arts. In order to meet diverse public needs, studios should offer a variety of programs which consider the demographics particular to an area. These programs can range from long-term classes for all ages to short-term special events. Some possibilities include one-off events, such as holiday themes, private parties and birthday parties, corporate team building events. All of these will bring in a new diverse clientele to the studio, and in the long term, will cultivate an appreciation for the ceramic arts for generations to come. In contrast to the relationship with the general public, the studio's relationship with professional artists is much different. Often it's about honing techniques, finding and pushing their artistic voice, and researching new technology. Community studios are an opportunity to provide lifelong learning for artists to explore in depth and at their own pace. Studios have the ability to share the burden of costs of expensive studio equipment and therefore draw the participation of professional artists. The camaraderie in studio is an excellent platform shared for research and dialogue. The last 2 slides, we were able to do a crowdfunding event to fund new salt and soda kilns at Amoka. So that was a great way to, again, build the profile of the studio and receive new equipment in the same time. Hosting master artist workshops is a great way for the studio to encourage professional artists to explore conceptual ideas and new techniques. International residency programs are an excellent way to bring diversity and global perspective, knowledge of foreign materials, and conceptual concerns for all. The inspiration created within these communal studios is invaluable and affects participants both in and outside of the realm of the studio. The obvious connection to be made is that of mentorship between professional artists, instructors, and students. We think of this influence as a current running downstream, but it truly travels in both directions. As an instructor teaching at community studios, it allows me to reach a greater demographic while being immersed in this current. When I work with children, I watch the fluid way they manipulate clay and incorporate their identity into the work. When I work with my more advanced students, I find they push me to explore new directions and techniques that I might not be utilizing in my own work. I work with students with disabilities, and they teach me how to instruct outside of the conventional systems. All of these are moments of inspiration that come back to me when I'm acting as mentor. By inspiring our own practice, we then stimulate the advancement of others and, in turn, the field of ceramics. Now, this does not come without a unique set of challenges. How do we keep professional artists engaged while we are effectively teaching beginning students? How do we provide an atmosphere of shared research and dialogue while accommodating artists with the space they need to create and formulate their own creative voice? How do we continue to develop relevant cultural programming delivered with compassion and respect? How do we develop effective standards to which to hold the programs without deferring to degree structures of universities? How does the programming evolve with the needs of the community? And of course, where do we find funding? This is the dialogue I look forward to being a part of for years to come as more clay centers open and become models for one another, working together to resolve these challenges. As ceramic makers, we are fortunate to be involved with a medium that has such vast opportunities for exploration through form, materials, surface treatment, and firing processes. A medium with immense scope from traditional utilitarian wear to the outer reaches of conceptual art. A medium that has taught us as makers to embrace flexibility and versatility now dictates for us to employ those same qualities as administrators and instructors. By creating ceramic programs outside the traditional academic structure, we have the ability to engage our community while determining the quality and direction of programming we provide. The programming we offer can generate appreciation for ceramics, inspire our own work, energize the market, and encourage continued innovation in our field. Thank you.